You're good.
All right, greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Disembodied Tiki here.
And Mickeyfan.
Although I don't know if, like, on this stream that Mickeyfan's using, if he's going to be the disembodied one and I'm going to be the big one. I don't know. Skype has given us so many problems.
Who knows? It's a
Yeah.
grab bag.
We recorded one thing. Yeah, looks good. We recorded one thing at my work and it just didn't go through. It just didn't record. And then we recorded another thing and I didn't have audio. So we're trying. We're trying.
This has been a challenge.
It has. It has. All right. So, Mickey Fan, what are we here to do?
Oh, we're here to talk about the first head of a household.
Yeah. So, we have named the first head of household. I think to nobody's surprise, it is Space Mountain because Space Mountain just kind of
Shocker.
took the charge.
Shocker of shockers.
I know, right? I feel like that was the most obvious first HOH in the history of first HOHs, right? So, Mickey Fan, what we are here to talk about is we're here to talk about Space's two nominees and then also the people who are going to be playing in the Power of Veto competition. So, what are the two nominees, my friend?
Oh, why you gotta make me do that?
Yeah,
Uh, first, our first nominee is Brer Panther, and then our next one is this one actually is a bit of a shocker, Goofy Yuck Yuck.
yeah. I mean, Brer Panther. I mean, look, with all due respect to Brer Panther, he's been on the outs at the start of the game a number of times. He either bounces back or he doesn't. It's kind of par for the course with him. But yeah, Goofy Yuck Yuck, member of the final three from So You Want to Be an Imagineer, on the board right away. Like right away, Goofy Yuck Yuck. Shocker.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what we want to do is we want to name people for the Power of Veto competition.
Yeah.
And if you win the Power of Veto competition, you get to pull one of the nominees off the block. So the head of household could use it, the two nominees could use it, or one of the three people that we're about to pull by a random draw can use it. So if the head of household isn't quite sure of his nominees, if he wants to, double back on something, by all means, he has the power to do that. But if you win the Power of Veto, you do not have to change the nominees. You can choose to keep the nominees the same. It's all up to you. You are the one with the power. Mickey Fan, what are they going to have to do for the Power of Veto this week?
All right. So, your first prompt was to make Main Street. And it is looking awesome. I cannot wait to read the final project. But I think it's missing one little thing. No, it's missing that really, really nice restaurant experience.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sit down,
yeah,
baby.
sit down, nice meal. No, probably with a bit of a elevated show building.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, that leads me into this. That leads me into our first power of veto. Um, make a make develop a really nice signature restaurant for Main Street. No, I'm talking on the level of Waltz at Disneyland Paris or Club 33 or that kind of stuff.
Carthay Circle.
Carthay Circle, yes.
Yeah. Brown Derby.
Yes.
All right. So with that in mind, folks, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull from a teapot. Going to pull from a teapot here. I don't have the hat with me since the hat was a work thing, but I'm going to pull from a teacup. So basically what we're going to do here, folks, we're going to have one person draw one name apiece, and we have three house guest choice in with the 12 names that are not nominated or space. So if we pull a house guest choice on someone's turn, they are going to have to indeed name someone that they wish to compete in the Power of Veto with them. So that'll be interesting if that comes up.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll start with space. You ready to learn what the first nominee from space is going to be.
Let's hear it.
Or, I mean, not the first nominee, but the first Power of Veto player. All right, first Power of Veto player is going to be Nate.
Ooh.
All right, chalk that up. Nate is on the board. All right. And also, it's worth noting that once you have played in a Power of Veto competition, at least being picked for one, you cannot be picked again until everyone else is picked. Obviously, if you're nominated, then you'll play by default, but, you cannot be picked unless unless everyone else has been picked. So that's a rule we're going with. All right, so we're going to go into Brer Panther here. Brer Panther gets Dash.
Ooh.
All right, some wild cards here. Some wild cards. All right, and finally we go to Goofy Yuck Yuck. Now, Mickeyfan, the first time we recorded this, Goofy Yuck Yuck ended up with Outbound, which I think was like a best case scenario for him, given that Outbound and him were in the final three, so you want to be an Imagineer together. But we had to re-record that, so he's maybe not going to get Outbound, or if he's like super lucky, maybe he will. Who knows? All right, and it's going to be who is it? Oh, it's Beowulf.
Okay.
And Beowulf is another kind of underdog who was, I'm going to say it, he was kind of close to being eliminated.
Oh, yeah.
Or close to being nominated, I should say, not eliminated. So, yeah, okay, so we've got Beowulf, we've got Nate, and we've got Dash competing against Space Mountain, Brer Panther, and Goofy Yuck Yuck. What do you think? Is that a good lineup for the first POV?
I think that's a great lineup.
Perfect. All right, so of course, Mickeyfan, you and I are going to be doing a live podcast tomorrow where we will be doing both a cast assessment and a review of the Main Street project, so stay tuned for that, folks. This is just kind of a quick podcast just to kind of show that, look, we're actually pulling names out of a hat when it comes to the vetoes. Just basically like an on-camera demonstration of the fact that we're actually practicing the randomization of it.
Yes.
All right, so that's it. Mickeyfan, any last words?
Wear your damn masks, people.
All right. Have a good night. Mickeyfan, go ahead and stop the recording.